Welcome to Kung Fu Havoc number 2. I don't even know how many times I have attempted to make this video, but here we go. There will be background noise. I do not apologize for that because I would be wasting my breath that I could use on a deathbed later. But I am going to apologize right now at the beginning of this video for the people that I'm going to hurt. And by this, I specifically mean there's going to be a lot of black shaming or black pain from a person who is mixed, that being me. The reason why I'm bringing this to your attention is because it is not being addressed by black people, and it needs to be addressed by black people. Now, I am part Native, I am part black, and I am part white. And for all medicinal purposes, I bill myself out as a Native, as an actor, because I have not worked in 27 damn years as an actor. And that is because of the simple fact that Hollywood wants certain things, and I'm not that. Alright? But we're going to fix this problem. Echo Fang Grey Wolf is going to take this world by storm. But for right now, Echo Fang Grey Wolf is going to be the storm that pisses off a lot of people, which is why I'm apologizing. I'm going to hurt your feelings. But I'm going to bring some shit to this table, and you're not going to like it. And if you're black, you're definitely not going to like it. But because I'm mixed, I can walk this line. I'm going to walk this line. I'm going to piss you off without pissing in your cereal. But I need you to understand. If this does not apply to you, then just listen and enjoy the video. If this does apply to you, then you need to straighten your shit up. First and foremost, if you are a person of color, specifically a black person, there is no doubt in my mind that you probably are like me. You probably have mixed Native DNA. You probably have either mixed with Native or mixed with white, or in my case, you're mixed with both. So this does not apply to you because no matter how you slice it, if you got Native blood in you, you're part Native, just like myself. I have more Native features than black features. That is apparent, which is why I have to do this. And if you are mixed like me and you have more Native features than black features, and if you are on Native TikTok, then you are already up to speed on the shit I'm about to bring to this table. I am not here to shame black people. I am here to make you aware of the shit that you're doing that is wrong. If you do not like this video, it is fine. If you choose to leave my following, my subscription, or whatever, it is fine. That door is always open. I do not get mad at people who leave me. I don't. I have abandonment issues. I'm 49. I'm used to it by now. Almost everyone I ever give a damn about always leaves or abandons me at some level or another, and it's fine. Now, let's get down to the nitty gritty. I'm going to play 3 videos from my TikTok account. And after the 3rd video, we're going to talk. Well, I'm going to talk, and y'all hopefully are going to listen. Again, I'm apologizing because I'm going to piss off people. And again, I'm sorry for the background noise that you will continue to hear. I have deleted this video an umpteen amount of times. I am hoping that I do not have to delete this video now. So, without further ado, I'm going to bring my TikTok account to you in all its glory. Brace yourself, because here comes Echo. My name is Echo Fang Grey Wolf. I am a person of mixed ethnicity. I am going to piss off at least 1 or 2 parts of my heritages with this video. There will more than likely be 3 parts to this video. This is my 4th attempt at doing this. Guys of TikTok, do not shut this down. This is about Indigenous Erasure. Alright? There's a lot of Indigenous Erasure coming from my white heritage and my black heritage. However, there is no black erasure or white erasure coming from my Native heritage. I'm really getting mad of people saying that Natives aren't indigenous to this land. And those people being my people on my other side of my heritage are really starting to tick me off. Now, I don't have a big following. It's all good. I'm here to enhance my acting career. I'm here to make friends, and I've done so. I'm also here to benefit all communities that I belong to. However, the community that needs me the most right now is my Native community, because they are in a permanent genocide that continues to happen, and no one's really addressing it. No one's keeping in my... Sorry. No one's keeping MMIP in the thing. No one's continuing to remember the residential school kids. And that needs to not be on the back burner. Neither does the pipelines, neither does the land back. All Native issues need to be brought to the forefront. And the Native community is doing very well at doing that. Get a few bumps in the road, a little bit of infighting. But they're doing that. What we don't need is for my other sides of my heritages to run around in hairdressers. We don't need the other side of my heritage saying that Native Americans were not here first. Alright? This is the part that we need to address, and this is the part where I pissed two of my heritages off. Alright? As far as I know, I'm not a pretendian. We're working on Blood Quantum. We're working on Dawes Records. We're doing everything we can to figure out what tribe that I'm coming from. Right now, I'm about to get busy on that because I've been in school for the last so many years trying to graduate and get a job I don't want. Now, let's get down to business. If you are of black descent in America, there's no question that you might have some white or some Native in you. There's no question in that. I advise you to find out before you not being of any of that, saying that Natives are not indigenous to this land. And let's not forget that the people of Mexico, the Mexicans, are also Native Americans. There were no borders before Europeans came here. Alright? Understand that shit. There were no borders. Everyone that was born here, raised here, was Native Americans. Borders were put there so that the Mexicans... I'm only going to make 3 parts, and I'm probably going to take this thing to my YouTube channel where I have more freedom, and I'll play all 3 of these videos and go from there. Indigenous erasure is a really, really, really big problem. And for all those people who are black and saying natives aren't here, where are you? Now, where are you with MMIP? Where are you with land back? Where are you with Starlight Tours? Where are you with what the hell is it? Pipelines is another issue. Where are you with the residential school kids? Where are you? Because I don't see y'all posting things about Native issues. I do see you posting negative shit about Natives. I see you, oh well, Natives this, Native that, and y'all are so-called Natives. We're the so-called blacks. We need to talk about that shit. I'm not doubting that you may have Native in you. I'm not doubting that. I'm not taking that from you. But to say that a whole piece of people that's been here before black people and before white people are not true natives to this land is a slap in the face. I don't have but 2 cheeks. I'm not turning my cheeks anymore. This shit needs to stop. If you want to be Native, it's fine. If you're Native, it's fine. But you need to stand with Natives. I do what I can. I am a poor man. I have nothing but my voice. And my voice is small. If it doesn't have something to do with martial arts, there's not a whole lot I can do because I'm still reconnecting. I will probably be reconnecting for the rest of my fucking life because there's just not enough help that I can get. But I can help the tribes as best I can by making sure that no one forgets MMIP. That no one forgets land back. That no one, above all else, don't forget those babies that didn't make it home. That for some reason the body counts have stopped. In America, the body counts, they're not even really looking for them. I mean, they probably are, but they're not broadcasting it. Not out the east. Now in the west, yeah. But where are they? Where are my counts at? Because I know we were way past 2,700 the last time one came across my FYP. One hasn't been across my FYP in a long, long time. But you know what has been across my FYP? A lot of people who are part of my heritage but don't look like me are saying that my other part of my heritage are not real natives. And that's pissing me off. Do I not look native enough? Because when I was younger, I didn't look black enough. So we need to have this chit-chat about black people doing indigenous erasure. And we need to fix this problem. And we need to fix it right now. I'm only going to make 3 parts, and I'm probably going to take... This is my 3rd part. I'm going to take this to YouTube after I post all 3 of these videos so that I can put them on my YouTube. I'm sorry for the background noise. I know y'all can hear them. But here's the thing, because I deleted my original third part. I don't care if you believe that blacks are the original natives to this land. I don't care. I don't care about your pseudoscience proving it. Because if you are, as I said in my video that I deleted, where are you on MMIP? Where are you on land ban? Where are you on fighting against these pipelines? Where are you about why we haven't heard anything else about these residential schools? Sorry about that. Are you part of the system of kill the Indian, save the man? Or are you going to be part of the system of don't kill the Indian to save the man? Let them both live because they're one and the same. Are you not going to stand with natives if you're so damn native? Are you not going to address native issues with natives being kicked out of hotels for shit that they didn't even fucking do? Are you not going to address the issues of how police officers are giving native men starlight tours and making them walk in the frigid cold? Are you going to stand against the fact that natives are being executed on exponentially rate by protecting the land in which they live on? Are you going to address that? Because you know you're native. You want to do indigenous erasure, but you're not doing the same thing natives are doing. You're not standing up for the native community. You're not announcing things about the native community. You are not protecting the native community. You are doing things despite what the native community needs. You're trying to take them out of what is theirs and replace yourself in there. I'm part black too. I don't discount that. And for acting purposes, yeah, I'm native. You know why? Because I don't look black enough to play a black character. And I never utilized my native ingenuity as a way to get ahead until now, because I'm 20-something years into this business and I ain't worked a damn day in my life in acting outside of my own shit. So therefore, where are you in native representation? Are you pushing for more native superheroes to exist in comics and movies? Because I'm doing that. Are you doing that? Oh, no. What you're doing is, we're going to make sure that the guys who actually earn the headdresses don't get to do any of that shit. We're going to make sure that mixed people like me don't get representation. We're going to make sure that you don't exist. That's where you are with indigenous erasure. So stop it. Natives are natives. And if you're mixed native, then join the fight. If you're not nowhere near native, shut up. Stop the indigenous erasure.
Hello, my Instagrammers, TikTokers.
Sorry, trying to get this shit out of sight, out of mind. Answering this text. Anyway, let's get started. So if you aren't up to speed on native TikTok, there's been a lot of indigenous erasure coming from black people. There's been a whole fucking lot of indigenous erasure coming from black people. And black people are acting like it ain't no big fucking deal. No, you are not native. We are native. The slaves didn't exist. Slavery didn't exist. They're sounding a lot like Kanye West and that slavery was a choice bullshit. Now, again, y'all can get mad at me and it's fine. I'm not going to be mad at you for being mad at me for bringing shit to the table that you just don't want to fucking acknowledge. As Dr. Phil says, you can't change what you can't acknowledge. But here's that thing. You know, you're probably not on TikTok. That's probably a good thing for you. But that does not change the fact that if a group of people can tell another group of people that you are not native and you didn't suffer through the Trail of Tears, it didn't happen. If you're going to put borders between Mexico and Texas and say that Mexicans are not natives, that they are Mexicans, but Mexicans are native, they are indigenous to the Americas. They are indigenous to the Americas just like the Mayas, the Incas, and Aztecs are also indigenous to the Americas, the South America, Middle America, that kind of shit. But I got a bunch of black people saying they're full of shit. That shit didn't happen. And to those black people, and only those black people, shut the fuck up. You are wrong. As a person who is mixed, black and native, as well as white, there has to be a silver line drawn in the fucking sand. The first thing you have to understand is that there are some white people doing it too. But the white people aren't saying that the natives aren't natives. The white people are joining and saying that they're native and they're running around in war bonnets not knowing what the fuck the war bonnet is for. They didn't earn those war bonnets, but they're running around. You have to earn every feather in that war bonnet. Understand that shit. To earn an entire war bonnet, it's different from tribals. Because a lot of tribes didn't have war bonnets and a lot of tribes did have war bonnets. It's a mixture of depending on what tribe you come from and what you are taught. There have been black people walking around with war bonnets. They haven't been on TikTok, but there have been where there was that one black girl jumping around. And sadly, in most native tribes, females didn't get war bonnets. I'm sorry, I could be wrong, but to my knowledge, unless a certain tribe comes onto this video and lets me know that I'm wrong, I'm gonna stick with the fact that, from what I know, females did not get war bonnets. There were some brave females. Don't get me wrong. Don't think what I said is you know, there were female warriors. Do not ever think that there were not native female warriors. Some of the native female warriors were more deadlier than the men. So you got to understand how that shit works. And also with the native tribes in the Amazon, the Amazon's in South America. For those who do not know, it is not in some foreign country. It is not Themyscira. The Amazon is straight up in South America. There is still an Amazon tribe. Whether you want to believe it or not, it's up to you. But there's still an Amazon tribe, and they still exist. And they still live in the old ways. They are native. Understand that shit. Running around half naked and all that shit. They are natives. Now, that's not relevant to this video. What is relevant to this video is that you had a lady in a school doing Sakatoa and jumping around with a paper headband and a paper feather, who didn't get fired, got suspended, got reprimanded, but didn't get fired. There are teachers who told a child of Aztec or Incan descent that he could not wear his heritage clothing to school. That became a problem. It was on TikTok. There was other issues involving natives that was on TikTok. And then there was like some white fella in like a headdress boa combination dancing around. There was some other white women running around in war bonnets and shit too. War bonnets are earned, and most of the time they are worn by men. Alright? Now, I'm not going to say there hasn't been any exceptions to the rules where there have been women who have probably earned war bonnets, but as far as I know, war bonnets were worn by men. And I can be wrong. I don't have a problem admitting that I can be wrong. Because admitting that you are wrong is one step closer to godliness. Because a person who can admit they are wrong knows that they are fallible. A person who can't admit that they're wrong will have to learn that they are fallible. Now let's get back to the main topic and how I'm going to piss off black people. Unfortunately, on TikTok, only black people are saying that the natives are not natives. Only black people. White people aren't saying it. White people are just dressing up like us and going apeshit crazy. You know, kind of like the people in the background that you're hearing right now. Just going all kinds of off and then doing stuff. And then both blacks and whites are abusing sage. Alright? So that's your starting point right there. But I don't really care about you abusing sage because I don't know how that shit works. Alright? I am spiritual. I believe in God. But I don't know how sage works. And I really don't care. I know sage and smudging is a form of purification. And then most natives do it to get rid of all the negative forces and all the other shit. And that's where my knowledge ends right there. But how it actually works, I don't know. I only told you what I'm sure works. But I can be wrong. I do know that they use a lot of sage for smudging. I'm still learning about smudging because I don't think the tribes that I come from do smudging. I will find out eventually. But until then, it's open knowledge for everyone else. It's not open knowledge for me. Now, let's get this shit straight. There are a fuck ton of black people. Not a majority, but a minority of black people. Y'all not native. Y'all ain't real natives. Y'all ain't native. Y'all ain't native. Y'all ain't native. You don't know that the Blackfoot tribe is technically, they were all black people but not natives, which is bullshit. But anyway, it is what it is. But you know, there's a lot of black people who are being disingenuous, and they are saying really bad shit about natives, and they are saying that natives are not natives. And as a mixed person, I have to contest that shit. I literally have to contest that shit. Now, you may not understand this because you're not involved. You may not be on native TikTok, so you're not following what the fuck is going on. A couple of things that come across my FYP. A couple of natives that I follow have pretty much posted the same shit, and it's about blacks doing indigenous erasure. Now, people like me who are mixed want to bring these two tribes together and stop the bullshit. However, it's not happening. There's a lot of infighting in the native community, and there's a lot of black erasure on the black side coming at the native community. So one way or another, it's a clusterfuck. Now, I can speak to the natives, and the natives, once they stop the infighting, straighten this shit out. But the blacks, who say that the natives are not natives, are the ones with the issue of saying that natives are not natives, and they are telling Native Americans that you aren't native and that you aren't one of us and you don't deserve to be here and you stole the land and all this other shit. And I say, well, history has shown that during slavery time, escaped slaves found sanctuary in native tribes. They weren't really turned over to things. Now, this can be taken any way and every way, and it can be taken out of context, and that's fine too. Because, as Johnny Depp said, were you there? No, I was not there. Thank God. But the thing with indigenous erasure is that it is growing. It is growing, it is growing, it is growing so bad in the black community that, you know, self-hatred is a thing. And they're saying that blacks initially came from America and was taken to Africa and did the slave shit worked in reverse. And I'm sitting here laughing at this shit and I'm like, if blacks came from America and were taken to Africa, why does the Ancestry DNA test and any other DNA test only put black DNA specifically to Africa? Now, unfortunately, there have been proven that all life actually began in Africa and that we all migrated to different places. Now, I'm not here to preach science. I'm not here to make you believe any of that shit, because I really just don't give a shit. When I was younger, I used to believe the Native Americans came out of Atlantis. Oh, hey, I was taught something else, and I lost, and if you go back far enough to my videos, you will see that I was taught that Native Americans came out of Asia. And I would say, to solve this problem, I would say maybe the first generation. But all the other generations were here in America. Alright? And we're here long before the Europeans came and before the raping, burning, pillaging, and all the other shit that happened to natives, which dwindled their numbers. Before there was a BIA, before there was a tribal council and all this other shit. When there was just a chief and then everyone under the chief, witch doctors and all these other motherfuckers that did the shit that they needed to do. Now, I could be wrong there. Maybe natives did come from Asia. I don't know. I also don't give a damn anymore, because I'm on my reconnecting journey, and whatever I find is what I find. Now, I'm going to say this posthumously, and you're either going to like it or you're not. Natives come in all colors. I have 3 colors now, because I'm part black, part white, and part native. But my body color is high yellow. This brown is because I refuse to wear long sleeve shirts unless it's snow or cold outside. This brown has been earned working. I have a farmer's tan. It's permanent. But I'm going to put it to you as peacefully as possible. If you're one of the black people that don't believe the natives belong here or were here first, that's a you problem. You do not have the right to tell other natives that they are not native. I'm mixed. I have been on the victimization of colorism and reverse racism from black people more than anybody else that I know. I don't hate all black people for that shit. I've been the victim of racism from white people. And I've been the victim of racism from natives too. So I can tell you that everyone can be racist. I know that's not relevant to this, but it is kind of relevant to this. Self-hatred is a thing, y'all. And unfortunately, and I say this with my full chest, unfortunately, a lot of black people hate being black. And I'm going to tell you the fucked up thing. Alright? They hate being black so badly that they don't want mixed black people to be black either. And I've been through that my entire childhood. You're not black, you're not black, you're not black. So then when I stopped trying to be black, it became a fucking problem. When I stopped trying to date black, it became a fucking problem. When I stopped dating black, it became a fucking problem. You can't have it both ways. You don't want me in the community, but you don't want me out of the community. As a mixed person, you'll be surprised at how many times I've been told by black people, you know you're not really one of us. No. There's never going to be a place at our table for you. So basically, mixed people are people who are basically nomads, because we may have a place at your table, we may not. But what we're not going to do is go there. We're going to stick on this topic of black people doing this indigenous erasure shit. Indigenous erasure is really, really bad. If you don't want to be a part of that, then don't do it. But for those black people who don't want to be black and want to be native, saying that indigenous people are not the real indigenous people, where are you? Sorry, I'm going deaf in my right ear for a second. There's a humming. Where are you with MMIP? Where are you on your TikTok page with missing and murdered indigenous people? Where are you on your TikTok page with land back? I do most of that shit here. I did some pictures. You can go find them. I talk about it on my TikTok page, but mostly I talk about martial arts and comic books. And I talk about how there's not enough Native American superhero pushing. When I'm in comic talk, I'm gonna be straight. 1 second. This isn't good. Okay. When I'm in comic talk, I bring this up. Why is Danielle Moonstar not in these gauntlets? Why is Echo not in these gauntlets? Why is American Eagle not in these gauntlets? Why is Warpath not in these gauntlets? Why is Werewolf by Night not in these gauntlets? He's new. The other Werewolf by Night was not a black man. I mean, a Native American man. Excuse me. He was a white man. Why is Forge not in these gauntlets? Why is this new girl that I don't know not in these gauntlets? I don't know her name. It's like Aragon, Aron, some shit. But why is she not in these gauntlets? You know? Why are there not enough books about native stuff? Where are the native superheroes? This also contributes to why there's indigenous erasure. Alright? Where's Wyatt Wingfoot in the gauntlets? He doesn't have any superpowers, but he can still rumble. Where's Red Wolf? 1, 2, and 3. They have superpowers. And they're not in the gauntlets. Where's Thunderbird? Okay, I know he's dead, but why is he not in the gauntlets? Y'all can go back in time. Where's Shaman? Where's Talisman? Where's Snowbird? Where's American Eagle? Where's Mirage, a.k.a. Daniel Moonstar? Where's John Blackcrow? Excuse me, Jesse Blackcrow. Where's Warpath? Where's Portal? Where's Forge? Where's Puma? Where's Silver Fox? Where's Regime? Where's Echo? Where's Scalp Hunter? Where's Naze? Where are all the Native American superheroes and supervillains in these battle gauntlets? And nobody even knows who the fuck they are, except for me and natives. But they aren't good enough to be in these battle gauntlets because no one does their research to see how strong these native characters actually are. To see that these native characters can go hands down with the best of the best of the best, but are never used in the gauntlets. Snowbird, not in the gauntlet. Again, I know you're thinking, what the fuck does this have to do with indigenous erasure? everything. Because the black natives aren't saying anything in comic talk about these native superheroes. But you're native. You're native, right? You're native. Why are you not pushing for native superheroes to exist? Why are you not pushing for native superheroes to be on that screen? Where's Captain Kickapoo? You know? Where's the three family members from Gargoyles? Beth, Elisa, and David. Where's PETA? Because where's Coyote the Trickster? Folklore. Where are you black natives that are pushing folklore? Because you're not talking about Coyote, you're not talking about the Deer Woman, you're not talking about Sasquatch, you're not talking about the Giants, you're not talking about the Trolls, you're not talking about anything native. Other than the fact that you're saying that people who look like me aren't native. If I'm hurting your feelings and you are black, please go check out Native TikTok. If I'm hurting your feelings and you are black and it doesn't apply to you, I do apologize. But it doesn't apply to you. It has nothing to do with you. Because if you're not black going around hollering that Native Americans aren't Native Americans, this does not apply to you. But if you are black and you're going around hollering Native Americans aren't the real Native Americans because we are, this applies to you. Stop doing that shit. And if you are part Native, if you are mixed Native, I got nothing against that. But you need to embrace all of your heritages. However, you also need to make sure that you fight for your heritage when they are in the right, and when they are wrong, you need to call them out on it. Nobody in black TikTok is calling out these black creators who are doing Indigenous Erasure. Nobody. So let's get on that. Why is it that nobody in Native TikTok, not native TikTok, but black Native TikTok, Afro-Indigenous, why are we not calling out our black relatives on this shit? See, the thing about self-hatred is that a lot of black people don't like being black and they don't want to be associated with Africa. Okay, well, here's the problem. I'm not that fond of that shit either. I didn't want to be mixed. I would prefer to be full-blooded Native, but guess what? The good Lord did not hand me that hand. He handed me a Joker's card. So that's why I'm part Native, part black, and part white. I'm the Joker. Alright? And I gotta live with that shit. But this Joker has an ace up his sleeve. Understand how that shit works. As a man of mixed ethnicity, I can understand where you're coming from when you were black. I can understand where you're coming from when you were Native. As for that white part, I'm still working on it. But for the rest of it, I've spent most of my life being black. I'm reconnecting with my Native side. And if it wasn't for a black man, I wouldn't be doing it. I'd just be going off through life. And when someone asked me if you're mixed, I would say yes. And they're like, well, what are you mixed with? And I was like, well, I'm part black. It's like, no, where else are you mixed with? And I would tell them, well, I'm part Native American. It's like, do you know what tribe? I was like, I'm working on it. And I said, as far as I know, I'm from the go-to tribe of Cherokee. However, I am not from a Cherokee princess, okay? I never add the Cherokee princess twice removed shit, because that's something that people who are not of color do. Just ask a white person that's Cherokee. You know, hey, I'm Cherokee, but I'm also part white, but my ancestor was a Cherokee princess. Princesses and them were not terms used in Native American terms that I'm aware of. I could be wrong. You could be the chieftain's daughter, and that would mean you would have royal standing, but I don't think they qualified them as princesses and shit. And if they did, I'm wrong. And if they didn't, I'm right. But I don't really know, because as Johnny Depp said, I wasn't there. But I'm going to lay this down, because it needs to come to an end for my black people. There are times, and I've done this on this video, not this video, but on this YouTube channel, and I'm going to say it, I'm going to hold myself to the fire on it, because you're going to be able to find that video, because there's going to be one of you, there's going to be maybe more than one of you, who are going to come up here and say, we got you in war paint. Yeah, you do. There's a video on Kung Fu Havoc number 2, you have me in war paint. You have me in a Native costume, because I didn't know I was doing the wrong thing. I also did not know that Cherokee did not have war paint. Now, I take accountability for that. I fucked up. I own it. I also have a bow and arrow. Every Native has a bow and arrow. Now, I will say I don't have a, well, I actually do. I have a hatchet, but not a tomahawk. It belonged to my great-grandmother. My dad passed it down to me. Now, I will say this. I am guilty of sin of that. and I own it. But I will say this, that was before I knew that I was wrong. Alright? I own that shit. So you can't come back and use it in my face. Now, what you can come back and do is this. When I have made these videos that sometimes I'm ashamed to be black. Sometimes I'm ashamed to be native. Sometimes I'm ashamed to be white. But the problem with that is I am never going to be white. I am never going to be light enough to be white. So you can't use that on me. You can use the days where black people did shit and I said, I'm not going to be black today. That's a video. It's on here. I'm not going to be black today. There was only one video that made me ashamed to be native. But I digress from that. But I will tell you the video. It was Miss Rainbird. It's like when I started this new channel. It's Miss Rainbird. She was, I think she was on drugs. Because natives have been pushed to do drugs. She stole an RV. Drove through downtown Los Angeles. She kidnapped 2 dogs. She towed her RV all to hell. That was the one video I said that I am ashamed to be native. That's the only one. I don't even think I said I'm ashamed to be native, but that was one of the videos that I said about being native. Now, when it came to black videos, when the COVID hit and all the Asian attacks and the attacks that were done by black people, the first damn thing you seen me say was, it's times like this where I'm ashamed to be black. I'm not going to deny that shit. I can't deny that shit because if you go through these damn videos, you will find it. You will literally find everything I said about Miss Rainbow, about black people, about white people. You will find those videos. You will find them. I don't know how to delete them, and I can't. And since I did it and I'm going to own it, I'm not going to take the motherfuckers down, mostly because I don't know how. And once it's done, it's done. They've been up for like 3 or 4 years now, so what's the point of taking them down? I know they will come back to bite me in the ass. So this video just covered all that shit because I just owned that shit. But what you won't have me do is say, I don't like black people. I've had some bad experiences with black people. I've had some bad experiences with native people. I've had bad experiences with white people. I don't hate all blacks, whites, or natives for that shit. Hate the action of a person, not the person, or the group that the person comes from. That one person you can slide with a little bit of hate. You can throw that little bastard a sock party, and then you can move on with life. But you don't have to hate his or hers entire race for how that one person treated you. Now, I will straight be honest on this shit. Indigenous Erasure is been coming more from the black community than any other community on the planet. And, you have to understand that it needs to stop. Yeah, if you don't understand, then you have a problem. And people don't want to recognize this issue on TikTok. Because if they want to recognize this issue on TikTok, the black community would have took care of this shit in-house a long fucking time ago. The black community just refuses to deal with this shit. I know I took 38 minutes of your time to get you there because I went off on a tangent on some other shit, and I apologize for that. But the black community really does need to engage in talking to black people about stopping indigenous erasure coming from black people. And like I said, if you're mixed native and black, or Afro-Indigenous as they call themselves on TikTok, because I just say I'm mixed native, I don't identify myself as an Afro-Indigenous person. I don't think I qualify, but I also don't care. I know I'm mixed and I leave it at that. I identify mostly as native when needed. As a mixed person, if you ask me, am I more native on the inside, I would say yes, because I've always felt more native than black, but that was after discovering that I was part native. I didn't know I was part native until the 5th grade. But I never discounted my black side. Never. Now, yeah, I've had more racism from my black side. Paper bag tests, all that other bullshit. You'll never be one of us. Yeah, I got it. You don't have to keep telling me. I got it. So when I stopped trying to be one of you, it became a problem on the female aspect. But it is what it is. But the thing is, you don't have to follow in the footsteps of others. I get it. If you're part native and you want to find out, hey, there's ways of doing that. I'm working on it. But you don't have to take your whole culture and give it the fucking finger and say, no, natives, we were here first. Not you natives, but us natives, the real natives. It's like, okay, I'm going to put it to you in layman's terms. If you're the real natives, why the fuck are you not standing up for native issues? Why the fuck are you not standing with natives about residential schools, MMIP, pipelines going through reservations? Why are you not on the reservations? What about, let's see, water protectors? Uh, you want to call them tree huggers. I call them land protectors. What about them? What about how many times, especially in Canada, the RMCP or RMP, the Royal Canadian Mounted Police, come and bust through native lodges and tell natives, no, you can't do this, you can't do that, you can't do this. And then they threaten people in front of their children. They body slam old women on the goddamn ground. And yet, where are the black natives? Where are you? You're the original natives. Where are you not on that reservation up in Canada doing something? Rather you be in the east coast of Canada, the middle of Canada, or the west coast of Canada. Where the fuck are you? Where are you when the Alaskan natives, the Inuit, are being in deep shit with the same kind of goddamn problem? But you're natives. You're the original natives, but you're not fucking doing a native issue protecting thing. You're not doing shit to protect native people yet. We're the real natives. So where are you? Where are you? Where were you when Frank Young, a 5-year-old native boy, was kidnapped and unalived? Where the fuck were you? Where are you when native girls are sex trafficked? Where are you when native girls that are also black are sex trafficked? Where the fuck are you? Where are you when black men are sex trafficking black women and native women and white women? Where the fuck are you? Because you're the real natives. Where the fuck are you? I'm sorry for swearing. But where are you? Where the hell are you? Because you're native. But you're not acting native. You're not helping native. You're not protecting natives. You're just native because it's convenient, right? You just want to fight natives because that's what makes you feel better, right? But no. Where the fuck are you? Where are you when native land is being encroached on by millionaires that want to think tar sands through all this shit with these pipelines? Natives aren't getting any of that money. Where are you when the tribal chiefs are fucking over the tribesmen because they want to keep all the money for themselves and elevate their families in the tribe, but they don't want to help the tribal people themselves? And that's worldwide. But you're the original natives. Where the fuck are you? Where are you? Because I hear about the shit. I personally know there's nothing I can do about it. I hope to change that one day. I hope that fame and fortune allows me to change that. I know that if I get famous enough as a mixed native, as a native actor, I will be doing something to fix this shit. When I'm not working, I will be doing something to fix this shit. Because it doesn't make any sense that if you're supposed to be so native, why are you not helping the natives? I remember when Dakota Access Pipeline. One young white lady made a stand with tons of natives, and she was the actress from Divergent, the star even. Where were the black natives? The ones that are saying natives aren't really natives. Where were you when they were trying to take the Dakota Access Pipeline? Where were you? Because you're the original natives, but you're not doing shit about getting the land back. You're not doing shit about protecting the reservation so that they can't cut through. You're not doing shit to protect natives. So, but you're the original natives. You're not fighting for the land. You're not fighting for native rights. You're not taking it to your congressman. You're not doing any of that shit. You're not making videos, because videos is all I can do. Because I have no knowledge. I don't know what to do tribally, so I can't practice native stuff until I figure that shit out. I gotta find out which tribe I come from first. Because like I said, I could be from the go-to tribe of Cherokee. But I could also be Chickahominy, because on the research of where my great-grandmother from, there's a Chickahominy reservation. There's no Cherokee reservation, but there's a Chickahominy reservation in Charles City. And I'm going to be reaching out to them really, really fucking soon. I just want to get through this little bit of college first. So, again, where are you? Where are you when Native issues pop up on TikTok and the first thing that the black natives do is jump up and say, well, you're not real native. We're real native. We are the Aztecs. We are the Incans. We are the Mayans. Are you in South America addressing the Aztec, the Incans, and Mayan issues that's happening in Brazil right now? Are you? Are you? Because no, you're not. If you were, you wouldn't be so occupied with telling Native Americans that they are native. Your ass would be down there saying some shit. And if you can't go down there, you would be making videos about how the Brazilian natives are being treated like shit. But you're not doing that, are you? You're not talking about how they're still trying to fuck with the Amazon natives. You're not talking about how all down the backside of Chile, the natives are going through some shit down there either, are you? No, you're not. Why am I not doing that? Because my tribes are here. And I do mention tribes. But I still gotta figure out what tribe I come from. I'm on my reconnecting journey every day. And I do what I can when I can. And yeah, I'm one community violation away from being banned on TikTok. One community violation. That's all it takes for the guys of TikTok to say, there you go, Echo. You're done. Where are you? And I'm speaking specifically to the black people who are claiming that blacks are the original Native Americans. But those same black people are not at the front line fighting for land back. They are not giving a damn about missing and murdered indigenous people and Two Spirits. Do not ask me what Two Spirits is. I'm still trying to find that out. They are not giving a damn about young native boys being dead. They're not giving a damn about the Starlight Tours. And that's generally a Canadian thing, and if it's happening in the U.S., I haven't found any evidence yet. But I'm still looking. But doesn't mean it's not happening just because you don't see it. But where are y'all? Where are y'all if y'all claiming that natives aren't natives, but you're not doing a damn thing to fight for native rights, preserve native culture? You're not doing any of that shit. You may think I'm not doing it, but you're wrong. When I make these videos here about native stuff, it's because TikTok doesn't have enough space. I don't do TikTok lives about native stuff because as a mixed native, I don't feel that I'm in my place there. But I join those TikTok lives when natives come on there. When the natives that I follow, I'm leaving names off. But when my female guardian heroes that I follow that are native female warrior activists, I'm on their page. Every time they post shit, I reply. I boost. When a native person goes missing, I boost that shit. I interact with every native that I follow. And some of the natives that I don't follow anymore, if they pop up a post, I still interact with them. Allies that do shit, the white allies, the black allies, when they do shit on native TikTok, you better believe my ass is right there boosting their shit. Right there boosting their shit. Where are y'all? So, I'm going to end this video. I'm going to close this video out. And I'm going to ask you one more time. For all the black people who claim that Native Americans aren't the real natives, where the fuck are you when the shit hits the fan? Where are your videos on TikTok trying to help native issues be brought to the forefront? Where are your videos on TikTok trying to make sure that natives are being treated fairly? Where are your videos on TikTok where natives are being dragged through the mud because they're trying to protect their elders? Where are you on TikTok when natives are being discounted and being told that they are not natives, but you are not addressing that shit? Where are you? Because I know where I am. I'm on TikTok. I'm on YouTube. I'm addressing that shit. Now again, if you are a native and a person who is native and black, and not just a black person randomly saying that we aren't the real Native Americans, this doesn't apply to you. This does apply to you if you are a black person using that pseudoscience bullshit, saying that black people are indigenous to America, and that we natives took and wiped y'all out, and doing everything. Well, Again, if you're so native, where's your native videos addressing native issues? Because you're native, you should be suffering from the same issues. Where's your reservation? Where's the black reservation with all the black natives there that we are addressing? Because mixed natives that are on native reservations, they're making their videos. They're making their videos. One of the girls I follow who's mixed native, she's white and native, she goes to colonizer. One's a very beautiful model that I follow. She hasn't been on my FYP in a while, but I know she's still doing stuff on Instagram. Even Modern Warrior's still addressing stuff on Instagram, and I still follow him because you got to keep an eye on people, you know. I still follow warriors that have been discounted and put out of stuff on TikTok. I still follow them. You know why I still follow them? Because here's that thing about infighting in the native community. It won't stop until we stop it. It won't change until we address it. But it's generally a man thing. I still follow certain natives that have been accused of shit that's beyond belief. Not just Modern Warrior. Where are the black people who are not going after the black people who are trying to do indigenous erasure? That being said, in this 30, 50 some odd minute video, if I have pissed you off, I've done my job. Because in pissing people off, you make them evaluate themselves. You make them look within. You make them think about, wow, what am I fucking doing? Why did I not see this? Why am I not addressing this? You choose not to. That's all. You choose not to. And if you're going to choose not to, it's going to continue and continue and continue until you choose to. That being said, I am Echo Fang Grey Wolf. I took an hour out of your life, and I am sorry. If I have hurt your feelings, I am sorry. I'm also sorry for the background noise at my door. But I want you to understand something. Indigenous erasure is not something that's going away. It's actually increasing. And unfortunately, it is mostly being done by black people, which is the whole point of making this video, is to wake black people up to handle this shit in-house. There is no reason why black people who know that the other black people are doing wrong can't address this shit. Now, like I said, if you are mixed indigenous, this does not apply to you. If you are an ally, black or white, this does not apply to you. But if you are one of those few black people who believe that pseudoscience, that all black people did not come from Africa, and that they were here before the Native Americans were here, and that the natives wiped them out, then this address goes to you. First, you need to stop it. Second, if you want to be an ally, or if you want to be adopted into the tribe, there's a ways of going about that without eliminating native people. Please do your research. Please help. And if you're black, please address the black people doing this shit. And if I've offended you, I'm sorry. I'm also sorry about that. Thank you for watching.